So, welcome to this week's vlog. I am getting ready because Bear has an early appointment tomorrow in Tallahassee, which means we need to be on the road by 6 a.m. and it's almost 9 p.m. And I know that if I don't go ahead and prep snacks tonight, it's going to be a disaster tomorrow. So I thought I would show you what I'm packing because I love a bit of a snack vlog. And I got a few new things when I placed my Fresh Market order today. I do think we're going to have a little mini adventure in Whole Foods tomorrow, so we can find some other fun things to try because I just love a good picky bite. But I am going to do kind of a couple of essentials, and actually, now that I'm sitting here, let's see. So we're going to do half an apple because I had that earlier today, apple, and then I bought a thing of roasted almonds, which I love. I feel like this is a good classic snack, and I haven't had that kind of combo in a while. I haven't really had almonds for a minute, but I did pick up this today, and I'm going to put these in like a separate bag. These are tangerine and chili olives. They definitely have a kick to them, but one of the things that I've learned from kind of trying all the different methods of eating over the last few years is that I really thrive with a good healthy fat in my diet, and having something like this over something having like chips really actually kind of satiates me a little bit more. It hits the spot for the salty things that I'm kind of craving, and it tends to just work a little bit better. Like I notice that if I find that I'm craving like a little bit of something, it's probably that I haven't had enough healthy fat. So that's definitely one of the things. And then I might make this in the morning. I found, which is so rare and so exciting, it's called Explore the Daydreamer, and it's a no caffeine cold brew concentrate. I have a really hard time finding anything that's not caffeinated, and currently all of our coffee beans in the espresso machine are regular caffeine. We do have a grinder with non-caffeinated, and I have a cold brew pitcher that I could do, but I haven't really thought about it or wanted to do it, so I'm kind of excited that that's there for a quick fix. I think that'll take care of kind of my snacks, especially because we're going to go to Whole Foods and I'll probably grab a hot bar situation there, but I might throw in one of the Once Upon a Farms. It's just a nice little option to kind of keep me satisfied, and then maybe if I'm craving something chocolatey, we'll throw in one of these little Unreals. I try to always have like a little bite of something, especially because I know a lot of times I'm either going to want it, or if I want it, I want to make sure that I can get ingredients that actually don't mess up my stomach because I am quite sensitive to dairy. But welcome to the vlog. Who else is excited about snacks? Honestly, I love seeing like random foods that people eat because then it just gives me things to throw in my cart the next time that I'm shopping. So we just dropped Bear off, and I feel like this is the best morning experience we've had so far. Honestly, this hair is giving something. Don't know what it's giving, but thank God for overnight heat, because I honestly overslept 30 minutes this morning. We have to get up quite early for these days in Tallahassee because of the hour time change, and it's just the time difference, so we need to leave by like 6 a.m. so I'm meant to get up at 4:30, but overslept, and that extra 30 minutes that I got in sleep was dealt with by my hair doing itself, so thank God for that. But this morning, while he is kind of in there and they recheck everything, and then we figure out, you know, making sure all of the things, getting his chemo sorted for at-home chemo, I want to go to Whole Foods. We talked about this a little bit last night, but I am kind of planning to do, I think I want to do like a champagne tasting blog post for the beginning of the year. So I want to look at snacks and stuff like that, just because it's always nice to see what's hit the market that maybe I haven't found online, we don't have locally. It's kind of snuck in there, but also I do want to kind of start that to go ahead and get a handful of those, and then to see what other ones I might source. I'm kind of thinking that I want to do it from low end to high end. So we'll pull out my wine app, the Vivino app, and look at the different tasting notes and just kind of see what I might be feeling, what might be a good option, what might already kind of suit my palate. I think we'll probably do 6 bottles. And obviously you can do a champagne tasting with all kinds of different versions. Want to see, and this is something I'll kind of maybe learn as I host these or do them, but the nice thing about having the Vivino app is that you can see the different tasting notes. Want to be potentially mindful that we don't have like all of the same notes in every single one, or that maybe if there's like crossover that we can actually kind of work on our skills for tasting the difference. I just want to develop that particular palate this year. I am calling 2025 my champagne year, but I have the Target sweater on this morning. It is so comfy. We had such an easy journey in this morning, which was really nice. Bear's been in the car a lot lately, and he's been really kind of anxious. And over the last couple of days, I've done it several times, and I notice it. I notice a big difference every time is I really just take the time to set the intention. If I feel like I'm experiencing something where the energy isn't the vibe and I don't like what's happening, even taking 20 seconds to be mindful about I can choose the energy I want to grow and expand makes a big difference in just all of the things. So I've set the intention for the last couple of days that today would be a really good experience, that it would be really calming, that we would get even better news than expected. Like, it would be a mind-blowing like expectation for just positive, like, you know, we're having miracles abound. Like, it's just such good energy that he has a really easy time, that we have a really easy journey, that today is not stressful, because up until now, this is the first kind of session that we've had that potentially could be less stressful, because this is the first one where it's like, okay, we've decided on the plan and now we're in the plan, and we kind of have a better expectation of what needs to be done and how we're kind of doing things, and it feels a little bit more like, okay, it's not like we're being hit left, right, and center with information and kind of things that we need to tackle and grapple. So this journey has taught me a lot about energy. It taught me a lot about intentions, taught me a lot about boundaries, taught me a lot about just navigating things in a whole new way. And I'm grateful for that. But I feel like today I'm looking for it to be the least stressful possible, for a lot of reasons, but also like assuming that things go as well as expected or even better than expected. This journey is going to be continuing for a while. So to have to like physically put myself through that emotional trauma every single time is a lot for a year, versus I can like change and choose the energy and like have a good expectation. So we do need some caffeine. I did not, it would have been beneficial if I had been awake enough this morning to think about using the ice roller. My eyes probably could have utilized that a little bit, but it's okay. We will get a giant Diet Coke on our journey. I think too much coffee will honestly be a little bit too much for my stomach, and I'm glad I had a nourishing breakfast. I'm glad we had a really chill car ride. It is a bit chilly outside today, but I kind of love that. And now I get to go to Whole Foods and go champagne shopping. Like, there are worse ways to start my Friday. Reaching the point where I am slightly peckish, so shopping right now can be an absolute disaster. Gone for a selection of picky bits / stuff that we can just keep on hand, but I'm very excited about some blackberry dressing and cashew cheese. We have a ton of champagne options that I already know that I like. First, to make sure that I'm not too many of this. This is as accurate as I want it to be. That's okay. I'm just gonna trust it. Yeah, because it has nothing else. Let's see what else. So that's kind of fun. If you wanted to do a smaller tasting, they have slightly smaller bottles, and then you're not wasting any champagne. But I do think we're gonna have to go online and order, because our options in store are limited. But I do love this baby bottle section. That's so cute. I'm trying to make sure that they're actually champagne from Champagne, and to get a few different price points. So I think we need to research these and see if there's anything specific calling our name. I love Cava, but I don't think that counts. I think this might be our closest option, but let's see what the app says. It's fun. These are new. I'm glad to see that they're selling little baby chocolate bars now. I didn't know that Milk made shelf-stable milk. That's exciting. That was so good. I picked up a few bits for charcuterie boards over the next few months, and then I got these little Sweet Lauren cookies. So I'm gonna try one of those and then find somewhere to do a little bit of financial auditing, because I want to look at my investment portfolio from last year and see if I feel like I have everything where I want it to be, if there are any changes I want to make, anything that I want to dig into research wise. But this will be perfect with a pair of, maybe with a cup of tea. So the plan for today is not what I expected, but we got home yesterday and they told us that Bear is in partial remission, which was such good news. Like, we had a good experience, but I'm not sure what happened. If he got some kind of food poisoning or if there's something else kind of going on, but he doesn't do very well in the car, and he didn't get sick in the car yesterday. Like, he did fine for the ride there and the ride back, but last night it just seemed like he couldn't, like, he would drink and then he would throw up, and then he would drink and then he would throw up, and this kind of went throughout the night. We were keeping an eye on him, and ultimately he just isn't feeling the best. So mom and I have kind of taken shifts. The nice thing about her being off is that she could take the night shift, and we kind of got him settled to a point. And we got him some kind of nausea medicine to help with like his stomach muscles to calm them down, and we're kind of trying to rehydrate him. So I'm kind of taking it a little bit easier today, while also like trying to make sure that I'm consistently checking in on him. But since mom's sitting with him right now, I have a chance to do some skincare. This is very much the same vibes that we had after his surgery. So we'll see if I end up like sitting next to him in the bedroom, but for now, we're gonna take a moment and do some skincare. And then my point for this week's vlog is really to deal with all of the procrastination stuff. There's just a lot of things that either don't sound fun to do, or I haven't made time to do them, or I just feel like sometimes they kind of build up, and I can be better about fixing this. My goal for 2025, like one of the habits that I want to change for myself, is I want to stop being a pile person. And I feel like I've said this before, and I can't remember if I said it and like edited it out of the content, but I'm very much that person that, like, if it's in a pile, it's likely because it doesn't have a home or I plan to deal with it later. But if it stays in a pile, it's because it doesn't have a home. And I just need to be more strict with making decisions there, or more concise with like my organization. Sorry, there's stuff in my eyelashes, guys. So we're trying to get rid of the pile situation this year. That is my biggest goal. So I want to kind of tackle that. We got some laundry to do. I need to kind of clean the bathroom. I want to get my bedroom sorted a little bit more. We need to clean my makeup brushes, because I've said 1,055 times we were going to do that. I bought 2 more things of the Eagle Tools makeup brush and sponge shampoo. I use this like every single day on my little faux beauty blenders and love that. It's great for that, but I also need some kind of just good cleansing session of all of the things. So we're not going to do makeup today. We're going to clean as much as possible. I know, like, the thing that would probably push me to do this a little bit more is obviously you need to get the Christmas tree off the porch. That's where we ended up doing the tree this year, just because of everything going on. And if I don't do it, it's obviously going to start to look a little suspect, but I want to get that done and kind of get in a walk. And then I was considering, and I'm still considering, going to the farmer's market tomorrow morning. If so, that'll be included in this vlog. But this is the best time of the year to go to my favorite farmer's market, simply because there's less tourists. But I really just kind of want to see what the options are for local, like, grass-fed and pasture-raised beef, or pasture-raised chicken, grass-fed and grass-finished beef. I'm buying from Grassroots Coop for quite a while, but we end up in that like window of I don't have anything, and then I'm buying less than the ideal quality, and I'm kind of sourcing from whatever's local, and that works on occasion. It also works if that's, like, you know, what your budget will allow, but I really want to reprioritize that as far as just making sure that the quality of what I'm eating is at the highest level, because as, I don't know, what is it in the lectin book, Plant-Based Paradox, talks about how you are what they ate. So if they're eating like not great quality stuff, or if there's certain things that you're trying to limit from your diet and you're eating an animal-based protein and they're still eating it, you're not really kind of eliminating it in the same way. So I am really looking to level up all of the little details of my health again this year. I think I felt all kinds of ways about what I was doing for a while. Kind of getting back to the flow, what works for me, kind of getting my supplement routine back on, actually using the castor oil packs on my body, because that was something I was recommended to do last year by the nutritionist, because my mercury levels were a little bit higher, so we need to kind of detox those things. So I'm looking to kind of just bump my wellness levels back up to a natural space of like doing it consistently. But today we're going to deal with the procrastination side of things, because that is very much a part of my like wellness. It's just, you know, more like mental and spiritual. I'm currently waiting on laundry to finish up and then we can continue that. And then I have some stuff I want to do in the kitchen this evening, but I'm waiting for mom to go to work so I don't wake her up while she's sleeping. But I've come out back to work on my paint by numbers painting. I went through a big phase at the beginning of last year where I was doing, I think I did one for a good long while. It was really my like processing space. I just used it to kind of think and to feel and to go through whatever I needed to go through. I have 2 more that I need to finish. One that's got like a small portion of it. Another one that is going to be a gift for a friend. It's kind of in tandem with something that we're manifesting together. But I really wanted to do this particular brand. It's called Paint by Frida. They are Australian based and I found them at the beginning of last year when I was looking into all of this. However, they didn't ship to the States yet. A lot of the ones that I'd found that were giving me lots of options, it felt like they were kind of what I wanted, all came from China, which meant for the most part, they all took it to me. These, I think I'm going to believe that they have stock in the States because otherwise it would be an additional cost for shipping. I've ordered several things from Australia over the years, but now they do sell them in the States. And they're very much, if you're a girly pop person and you like the pinks and you want more of the lemony things, like it's a little bit more current but trendy but modern, this would be the vibe. But I do really kind of enjoy it, so we're doing this one right now. This is my like very basic setup. I have the brushes that come in, I change out the water situation. These are always kind of the option of, sometimes they come with the numbers on top, sometimes you have to add the numbers. This come with the numbers on top, and then if I feel like the paint is getting too thick in any place, I will actually put it on there first. That way it's not like too much on the painting. But this is the first one I've done where it's actually shaded. The other ones tend to just have the lines everywhere, so I think in theory this means that you're supposed to need less paint, but I'm excited to kind of see where it goes. I really go through phases of wanting to do ones that, like, I want to do the ones that have the most dramatic colors so that I can see the impact the fastest. But that is the plan for this evening. I feel like we've gotten lots of little things done that I've been meaning to do. We're going to keep doing all of the little things. So the plan for today is errands. I have a list of things that I want to try to get done, and I don't know how many of them we're going to get done because Bear is very much still not feeling well. I think from Google that it's likely a side effect of the chemo, which seems like it's a really common one, but trying to manage symptoms right now because obviously at this point it's not ideal to need to do an emergency vet visit, and if I can keep him comfortable at home, we're going to kind of do that. So we seem to be kind of getting better about it, but if we're not watching him at night and then he goes and like tries to drink too much water, it just resets him a little bit. So okay, but anyways, we need to go pick up all of the orders that I placed. I placed another Whole Foods order, so we'll go grab that this morning. I placed a separate order at Sam's for another bookshelf, so that'll be pick up, which is great because having to carry that thing inside, it's actually quite heavy. It's not a bookshelf, sorry. It's the metal kind of almost like baker rack shelves. We have 2 of them in the house, 3 because I installed one last night that I did not film because honestly it was quite terrifying to watch. I almost gave myself a concussion, and then I figured out how I could actually do it. So we navigate all of that, sorting all of those things out, and then I need to do an Amazon return. I potentially want to go to Target. I don't think we're gonna have time for that. Mom is in the kitchen, and then I want to, let's see, I feel like there was something else that was on the list. PetSmart. I need to go pick up all of the dog food. I wanted to go and get some of the baskets for the shelf because we just have a lot of stuff that doesn't have a place to be stored. That's stuff what we need to keep, but there's not really a good place to put it within the context of the flow of our life. So that's a big help with the baker stock. I also feel like the more I can figure out the organization of stuff, the more that whenever mom goes to remodel, it'll be a little bit easier for her to actually say, okay, this is what I have and this is kind of the space that it takes up, and then she can figure out how to build appropriate like built-ins and things of that nature for that. But I'm going to throw a hat on, we're going to throw some shoes on. I would like to do some Pilates this afternoon, I think, just to kind of get some slow flow connection into my body, and hopefully we can kind of knock everything out. I also really need to wash my makeup brushes today. I said I was going to do that and I haven't done that yet. And today is really, I got a lot done yesterday, but I feel like there's still more that I want to get done today. So let's go sort that out. Our errand running outfit of the day. I'm pretty sure I got this hat on Amazon. We have a Lululemon little crop Athleta leggings, and then my blue APLs. We're all sorted and ready to go. Good morning. I'm gonna get started for you. Good morning. I have a mobile order for Savannah.
All right, may I go to the hospital?
Thank you. So I realized a few things. Number one, I feel like most of you guys are watching because you want somebody, like I very much do, that will help you kind of get over your procrastination for your workouts. So I'm gonna kind of put that as a focus on the vlog. But at the same time, I realized I also need some more leggings. I don't know what it is about the more recent Athleta like salutation leggings that I've gotten, which have been my favorite for years. And the color ones feel fine, but these black ones feel like the band's just really stretched out, and I'm not sure why that's happened, especially given the fact that I haven't had that issue with any of the other ones. But the two black ones that I've gotten seem to be having that kind of issue. So while I know that I'm making some changes physically this year and just prioritizing kind of fitness, I want something that's gonna last, you know, for a good several months as my body kind of adjusts. So I think we might try, I don't know if I want to try the Lululemon ones. Those are a contingent. Maybe I will try a pair of black Tala ones and then a pair of like a similar style in the Lululemon. I really like Tala because I love the brand ethos and like what they're creating the products from and the fact that it's more sustainable. But at the same time, I also really like to be a resource and fully aware of what I want. But personally, because just of how my body works, because I am petite, because I am, you know, somebody who's got the curves, I need to be able to have stuff that snatches at the top. And I also need to have something, and I've noticed it's a big difference when you don't buy either 7/8 or petite leggings. You just end up with either a lot of fabric behind the knees, or it's like bunchy around the ankles, but like that extra fabric makes everything really uncomfortable, and it makes a big difference. So if brands don't offer any kind of like 7/8 option or petite, that just doesn't feel like the vibe for me, you know? Savannah?
Yes.
Thank you, you too. All right, we have coffee. Let us go on to the next place. Peloton workouts and the strength app, so I picked a lower body day. I'm trialing out a few things and we'll talk about it a little bit later, but there's a lot of life stuff happening, so we're adapting as we go. But this is my first time using the app. It gives you videos for every move and then built-in rest. You can swap it out. You can pick specifically if you just want to do full body, upper body, like focus it, or if you have anything you want to do. So I've swapped out a few just because I feel like I'm on my period and sometimes my lower back is a little bit tighter and I don't like to do as many squats and things. So I kind of adapted it for that. But so far I'm liking it. It seems pretty easy. I like that you can kind of set the time limit for how long you want to work out.